All right, so today we're gonna start a little project. We're gonna start a little John boat build, going from a 12-foot John boat to a layout boat. Gonna try and save a couple pennies and maybe kill a few more ducks in some of those less than ideal cover areas that we hunt here in Missouri. So stay tuned and maybe bring you along with our build. So this is my little 12-foot John boat. Just picked it up pretty cheap off Marketplace, and we're gonna try to make it into a layout boat. Right now we're just working on some paint, finding some holes. It's gonna be this season's layout boat, next to the big boat that we've got back there with the surface drive. Some of these little duck parks that we go to, you can't really hide that very well. And we're gonna try to make a layout boat on the cheap with using something we might already have. So we got our first base coat down. Like I said, it's just a rough base coat. I've got some stencils. We're gonna go back over it and put some vegetation, maybe a little tree bark, maybe. But I got some stencils. We'll go back over it with a little bit of tan, but we got our base coat on for now. And it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad for just a little rough coat, you know. I think it's gonna come out pretty good. I'm excited to maybe show you guys a new or a cool or different way that, like, I have not seen posted anywhere, or anybody talking about how to turn one of these boats into a layout boat. I hope it's going to work out well. I guess we'll find out coming this season, but I haven't painted the inside yet. We're going to try to maybe fix up some of these leaks, and you know, the previous owners got some silicone in here all over the place, you know, maybe take some rivets out and redo some rivets, but what's what we got for our start. So as you can see, guys, like, this boat's got some problems. Some of the rivets are pretty much torn out. This seat basically isn't even attached anymore. The back's not too bad. The back rivet's pretty good, but you know, this thin gauge wall, a little flimsier than you'd like, but it's an $80 boat I bought off Marketplace. You know, we can deal with these problems. So I'm actually going to cut this seat out for what we want to do. I'm going to leave probably that bottom lip for now, where the rivets are, just so I don't have to worry about plugging them holes at this moment. But we're going to cut this lip out, or cut this seat out, and to make room for what we're going to do next. Okay guys, so we got the seat out. A little rough cut, but we'll clean that up later, get some of this out. We left a lot of the rivets in the front because I'll just probably re-smash some of them back down so we don't have any leaks there. Maybe put some solder over there. Oh, Elk approves, he likes it. So guys, I just wanted to, give you a rundown. It is just a rough cut. of what we got here. But you know, some of you might be asking like, why are you going with a little John boat, you know, or something? If you're just going by yourself, you know, why don't you get a kayak? Why don't you do this, that, and the other? Well, the main thing is I want to bring my dog, and I don't feel safe enough in the kayak that I have to bring my dog with me, him to hunt out of it with me. Yes, we got dog blinds and everything else, but I think for just me, maybe me and another buddy, if he's, you know, because we're building one for him too, you know, for just me, I think that it would be perfect to have this boat with my dog, my gear, you know, get a little time off work, you know, maybe get a day off. I can go and run and do some draw areas. Not really looking to put a mud motor on it. I might put a mud motor on it, but mainly just looking for little trolling motor, something cheap, you know, just maybe, and obviously just using some of the stuff that you might already have. So that's my main driving factor. Okay guys, so here is my idea behind this. Some of you guys may already have, you know, layout blinds, may already have, you know, this at your disposal. You know, I've been racking my brain here for the past couple of days on like, man, how am I gonna build this blind? How am I gonna build this to make this boat work? And I'm like, I've already got a layout blind. Why don't I put it in there? I don't have to build doors. I don't have to do anything. The only thing I gotta do is hide the rest of the boat. You've already got the blind here. It works great, looks great. All I've gotta do is get some burlap, maybe put my dog's blind up here in the front, or maybe build something in the back for him to sit in the back. That's all that I was kind of thinking. I mean, everything's already right here. You know, I'd kind of rather have the dog be back here because, like, I don't want my gun pointing at him up here while I'm hunting. But I just figured throw some burlap, throw some camo netting, little raffia, little local forage. You know, kind of throw it all over the front of the boat, hide the rest of the boat. But I don't have to build a blind for me. I don't have to build doors for me. And this is kind of a cheap, easy way. I can still pull my layout blind to hunt fields, hunt ponds, you know, whatever I'm already doing. I think it'll be a great fit. It'll be a good, I think it'll be a good alternative. I think it'll be a great alternative as opposed to buying $1,000, $1,500 or more, depending on how extreme you want to go, layout boat. Or even building, you know, buying a car plans, building your own wooden one or a foam one, you know, some of those homemade ones. You know, I went to Lowe's and priced everything out with how the prices are right now. I mean, it's going to cost me close to $400 just to build a foam one, or go build a wooden one. Might even cost more. And I picked this boat up for $80 on Marketplace, and I can repurpose a couple things, make it a little bit better, and I don't see why this won't work. You know, obviously this is just a rough outline of what it is. We've got more to do, but is the start, you know. So keep following along if you like what you're seeing. You know, maybe we can get this build out before the season and shoot some ducks out of it. I mean, that's the plan. So the plan is just to shoot some ducks and have a good time and save some money. So we're back here. It's the next night. Kind of done a little bit of work off camera, but we've got our seat out as we showed before, and we got our holes filled from some of them rivets that were bad and had to take some of the rivets out. So we got those holes filled, and tonight we're kind of starting on our cover for the layout. Now what I just got here is just one piece of burlap, just from Walmart or wherever you can get it. I'm going to show you here in a minute what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to end up cutting it in two places. I've already got one cut, but I kind of put it back just to show you what we're dealing with first. Just one sheet of a 12 by 54 piece of burlap, and we're just going to cut it and in two places, and then we're going to finish draping it up over the boat. just draped our cloth over, got it cut, and today we built a frame for our cloth to drape over in the front. So basically it's just some garden rods, bent them to shape a little bit, zip tied them all together just to kind of give the fabric a little shape, you know, so it's not just drooping or it's flat or whatever. Just give it a little shape, so maybe it looks a little bit more realistic, I guess. So that's what we got so far. You know, I hope you guys as I showed before, that I kind of made a structure, made a little frame to kind of hold up the burlap that I have. I just made it out of these little garden sticks. These little, you know, like 5 foot, 6 foot little garden sticks that you'd buy at Lowe's or whatever to hold up tomato plants, to hold up a small little fence. So I got those sticks and I made a frame out of them. And so today we're going to start with building my dog hide. My dog hide part of this boat blind. And let's just show you what I got so far. So far I've just drilled 2 little 1/2-inch holes in the seat of this back seat here on this boat, and I've took those little fencing rods and I've made a hoop. I've built a hoop that my burlap is gonna lay over, and I think next I'm gonna make some supports that go from this hoop here to the back of this transom here. Drill some holes into the top of here or so, and stick them in here, round them up over the edge there, and make them attach from there to there. Zip tie them together, probably leave them detachable here. That way I can pop this off to run the trolling motor in the back. And it's kind of like modular to where I can be able to run the boat and then set this up when I'm ready to hunt. Going on with a little dog blind that we've built, and we've kind of got our burlap laid over it how we want it, and how I think it's going to be best covered. Now I did end up having to use two sheets of burlap instead of just using one like I thought I'd be able to. I ended up having to use 2, but I think the coverage on it is better using 2 now. I'm obviously going to trim it up some and you know, not have so much dangles, but let's take a peek at what we got going. So here's what we got after we've got the burlap laid over the boat. There's our little dog hide that we're going to make. that we made there. I think it's going to work out great. You know, I don't have a very big dog. I don't have a small dog. We don't have a very big dog. He's about 65, 70 pounds. So I think he'll fit. There he is right there, actually. Good boy. So I think it's actually going to fit and work out pretty good. Let's take a peek and show you actually what we've got here. Show you the frame that we built. So the frame that we've just built in the back is just a simple hoop, and we just got 3 supports drilled into the back of the boat here. I think it works out great that way. Just kind of bend the hoop around your body until you get the right angle that you want, and you know, these kind of keep it from draping down, give him maybe just a little bit more room. Yeah, I like how it turned out. I think it's a pretty good fit. I think it works really well. You just freaking drape your burlap back over, you know, and kind of depending on how much overhang, how much drape you want. I think it looks really good. I think it'll work great. Next time, you know, we'll next time we come out here to work on it, we'll brush it in with some raffia, and in case you guys didn't get a good enough look, we'll show you what we got up in the front for our frame. So up in the front, we use that same green garden stakes, and just made one basic frame down the middle, 2 hoops down the side to kind of keep it from dragging, and then just got one here to kind of give it a little bit of volume, a little bit more, instead of being droopy or anything. You know, it also helps, you can put your blind bag up underneath here in the front. You can do a little bit of stuff up here, and it'll be covered up and won't be too visible. So yeah. So next time when we come back here, we'll end up actually doing some brushing. We'll throw some raffia, a little bit of grass. We'll cut around the house, and maybe some sticks or something. But we'll brush it in the next time we come out, and actually make it almost ready to go in the freaking marsh. Hey guys, so I think that's gonna finish this up. It got kind of dark on me out there, so I had to come back in the garage. But I think we're gonna be done with this build that we've got going on. I like how it looks. I like how it came out. I could definitely post another video of brushing the blind in and make that its own separate deal. But I think the dog blind came out great. I think the framing came out great. The burlap looks pretty good. The A-frame fit, or the layout blind fits in there perfect in the boat. So I think we're pretty well done with this build, outside of obviously some brushing and whatnot. But I think we're gonna end this video on that. If there's some other stuff you guys want to see me build or want to see me do, or if you guys got any comments about how we did that out there, just let me know. Maybe we can do some improvements and fix things up and do stuff a little bit different. I think we're just going to end it on that. And if you guys can, you know, like watching this stuff, you know, give us a, you know, follow and a like and subscribe, and maybe we can keep this thing going. You know, this is the first video that we're posting, so thanks for watching.